All right, difference makers. Hey, it's Shep here at the Eagle Ops Foundation. Welcome back to another episode of the Eagle Ops Rally Point podcast. In this series, we're going to actually do some interviews directly from one of our Vet Fest events of some of our community partners, some of the great veterans that we have in the community, and even an active duty service member that is connected with us. The primary focus of this is resources, right? Vet Fest is resources for veterans and their family. And so if you're a veteran, family member of a veteran, know a veteran that might need some resources, check out the link below. And we have two very specific links for you. One is going to our Oklahoma top 5 veteran resources. And we've also built a very unique website now that kind of tags on with that top 5 veterans resource guide. And that is okveterans.resources.com. And that is a one-stop shop for all resources across the state of Oklahoma. Guys, on this Vet Fest series, this is going to be a unique one. Ryan Bacon Nelson is going to do the interviews of all of our community partners. And of course, Ryan's a heck of a character, another Marine Corps veteran. And I hope that we get some of these outtakes out because he was having a good time. I know he had some good time with some of these community partners. But that's next up for you, and all of our interviews directly from our Vet Fest event. Ryan's going to handle that for me, and I'm out making connections and helping veterans out here at Vet Fest. And so Ryan's going to take over and do our interviews for you. So he's up next.
Hey guys, right now I've got Greg Miller with Homes for Heroes, and we're going to talk a little bit about who he is and what he's doing. Okay?
Hey, yeah, great. So I'm Greg Miller. I'm a realtor with Remax actually, and I affiliate with Homes for Heroes, which is it's a nationwide nonprofit organization. And the way it is, we serve our local heroes. So it's not just military, being active duty reserve veterans, but we also service firefighters, law enforcement, EMS, EMT, healthcare workers, and teachers. They all fall into our hero group. So if they're a hero and they use me to buy or sell a home, then after we close, they get a rewards check back to them just to say thank you for being a hero.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So what brought you into, how'd you get connected with Homes for Heroes? You're a veteran, correct?
So yeah, I did 23 years in the Navy. We moved out here from California and we had a vacation rental, and then that kind of started taking off. So I was like, what can I do to kind of keep busy? So I got into real estate, and then I met Emily with Flat Branch Mortgage, and she told me about Homes for Heroes. And what really stood out to me was my ability to give back to veterans, military, but also service more local heroes. And I always tell people when they talk to me about the program is, had I known about it when we moved out here from California, it would have paid all our moving expenses, but we didn't know about it. Yeah. So we just hired a realtor. We got the house, we closed, and then come to find out, had I used an affiliate, we would have got a rewards check back to us, and it would have paid for all of that. And that's huge when you're moving from out of state with a family and thousands of dollars in moving expenses. That we could have used that for something else, to get started out here. So that's why I always try to get people to use the program, and why I value it so much is because being able to give back to them, to say thank you, because they are heroes, and it's not just the military, it's everybody else.
Very cool. So for veterans, obviously, literally, like you said, all of our heroes, that long list of amazing people that we like to give back to. Yeah. What is the best way for those people to reach out for you, and a little bit maybe specifically about what they need, or what the specifics are that you do that are different than just your generic realtor?
Yes. So if they want to reach out, they can reach out to me directly. I have my own, it's gregsheroes.com. It's GREGGS heroes.com. They can reach out directly to there, sign up to there, or they can contact me directly with my phone number. Mm-hmm. Things that are different, like I said, is as a realtor, there's a lot of us. There's a lot of people competing in this space. The uniqueness about using an affiliate with Homes for Heroes is that we're actively involved with programs like Eagle Ops. We partner with Eagle Ops in a lot of functions like doing Vet Fest or golf tournaments and everything else. So we're actively involved in the community, actively working with our local heroes to be able to bring them, tell them the rewards that they can have so they can use us. They don't really need anything. It's just if they're looking to buy, sell, or refi, it's just reaching out to us and saying, hey, we'd like to use you as an affiliate. on the lending side, we have a lender that they can partner with that's an affiliate that they can save on that side too. We also have title companies and we have other affiliates. So when our heroes start using all of us, they start saving thousands of dollars on the purchase or sale of a home.
And I know, being that you're in this niche, you probably understand VA loans and a lot of that stuff that your general realtor might not understand, because there's a lot of ins and out of that if you don't use it correctly, you can not get those benefits and things like that. So it's obviously, I assume you specialize kind of in that kind of stuff as well.
So for me, I deal with the real estate side, the buying and selling. Mm-hmm. On the lending side, that's their area. So I always say, hey, I kind of tell them to go to Flat Branch because that's an affiliate with too. And I say on the lending side, you get with our affiliate, get your pre-approval and everything. And then on the real estate side, I'm walking you through that. But I do know VA loans and everything, because that's a whole nother side when you buy or sell a home. Specifically when you buy using a VA loan, it's a different appraisal process. The VA appraisers are looking at different things too. So I have an eye for that to say, hey, this is kind of what we might see that might come up during the appraisal process. So it's having that experience dealing with VA loans to be able to confidently walk the buyer through that step of the process to make sure they have all the information going into whether or not they're going to buy that home and use their money. That's the biggest purchase they're ever going to do in their life is buying a home. So I want to make sure that we're looking at everything, and I look at it through my eyes. I say, you walk into the house, is the furniture going to work? Does this work for you? But I'm looking at it through the real estate eyes of what's going to stand out, what might come up in the appraisal. So that's what my expertise comes into play.
Yeah. You're not just there to sell a house. You're out there to make sure that they're getting what they need.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people that can be in the business can be in it just for the paycheck. For me, is especially dealing with my heroes. It's very passionate to me. Being able to make sure that they're taken care of, and that I always say that it's not only about finding the house that they want, but they want the house that they find. That they're moving into that house and it's the right one for them, and not just if something comes up and I'm like, hey, I'm going to bring it up to them. I'm very honest with them too, so that they know and they're making the right decision, because it's their money. But ultimately, at the end of the day, is when we close on it and they get that giant check that I always take the picture with, then that check is electronically sent to them roughly 10 days after we close, and then they get that money back in their account. It's a good feeling for them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, Greg, I appreciate you so much for coming out and sharing what you do with us. Guys, make sure that you are always checking out all of the resources that we have available to you.
Absolutely.
Big decisions in life, those resources are there. Thank you so much.